Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Gurren Otaku Council podcast. This is episode 91. Well, for today, we got both the finales of Demon Slayer Season 4 and Mushoku Tensei Season 2, everybody. So before we get into all that, if you'd like to join me, my friend McMillian, as we discuss all things anime and sometimes manga, then please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, as well as follow us on our social media so you can stay up to date on all things about the council, everybody. All right. But with all that being said, the council is now in session. Let the meeting begin. All right, how you doing today, McMillian?
I'm doing great, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So, just gonna keep it short and sweet and simple. Why don't you go ahead and hit everybody with the council announcements?
Yep, so for council announcements, we just like to remind everyone, last week we came out with our summer watch list, as well as our Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 23 review. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and go on and check that out. As well as Ace here should be releasing his episode, what is it, 110?
1110.
1110.
There we go.
I was about to say, I missed a couple episodes. There's a whole bunch of episodes missing from that. But yeah, 1110 review should be coming soon, if it's not already out. And then the schedule for today's episode, as Ace already mentioned, we'll be starting off with the Demon Slayer finale review, season 4 review, excuse me. And then we'll be giving you guys anime news, weekly recommendation, and we'll be rounding everything up with Mushoku Tensei season 2, episode 24, or the season 2 review, finale review, as we said before. So.
Yep. Well, all right. Well, thank you for that. And so let's go ahead and get right on to it. Mr. Resident Manga Reader here.
Yes,
all right, everybody. Indeed. So we got eyes from a fellow manga reader of the Demon Slayer manga here, everybody. So we're just gonna, we're gonna ask him today, what did he think about how well Ufotable adapted everything. But before we do that, right, before he gets his thought out, I'm gonna get my anime only thoughts out here, everybody.
Okay.
At least so for the finale, I thought it was freaking wild how Ubuyashiki was just batshit crazy this entire time and blew himself up and his entire family. When I tell you, when when Muzan went in for the kill or whatever, right, and everything started blowing up, I was like, oh, okay, Muzan. Yeah, I didn't know you had that in your bag. You feel me? I was like, I didn't know you had it like that. But then, as the scene kept going on, I was like, Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on, Muzan. Was this all you? And then the next thing you know, you just see this man getting blasted back out of the blast, and then he goes into the deep explanation of how crazy Ubuyashiki is, and I'm just like, all right, this is crazy.
Yeah. Basically, I won't say same sentiments because again I knew what was coming, but when it happened in the manga, I was definitely like, holy shit! Like I did not expect him to sacrifice himself, his wife, and his children, for a maybe. Not saying that I didn't feel like he was like Ubuyashiki being crazy didn't surprise me because again, this is a grown man recruiting children to fight demons. So like obviously there's already some screws loose there. But when the anime decided to fucking flesh out that explosion, I was like, oh my fucking Ufotable, calm down, shit. Holy shit! Oh my god!
That explosion looks so crisp. RP Ubuyashiki, but it looked crisp.
It did. I was, as a person who already knew it was coming, I was like, oh, okay, all right. I mean, like, this is what whoa, what the fuck? Like, they made it look so much more, I don't know, just impactful, I guess, than probably what I would say, just like looked on the page.
Yeah.
And then, like, even what was it, Muzan's regeneration.
Oh, that was nice as
well.
That was nice as well.
Was so like the voice acting also added such a good touch because like when he was like what do I want to say, grunting from like having to survive the blast. I was just like, this is fucking
like,
yeah. I was
that
like,
ain't
oh
gonna
my
kill
God.
you, but you felt that. You felt that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's enough to piss you off. Oh
Exactly.
man, yeah, that was crazy. And then for the first, okay, before I get to the Infinity Castles, I want to get some other stuff out the way. All right,
Mhm.
because I don't want to forget. One with Guillaume, there we go, with Guillaume being that guy. Even just how Tanjiro said he is him in the show killed me. I was just like, no. I was like, so he is that guy. At least like you were saying, at least everybody think he is. No, I guess it might be debatable depending on how these, the ending of this arc here goes or whatnot. But as of right now, it seems to still be the case, though, right? That Guillaume is that guy. He is the strongest demon slayer. And I was just like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. And then I didn't even think for 1 second that this man was blind. It didn't even occur to me. I don't even know why. It didn't even occur to me.
I think it's because probably how many anime characters you see that don't have like natural looking eyes in the first place, where you're just like, I mean, that's probably just a design aesthetic. It's not like an actual thing that's like, that you should be paying attention to. And then it turns out like, oh shit. Because I don't think when I was reading, I didn't, until he said that, I didn't even consider it either. Like I didn't even consider that Guillaume could have been blind, because I was just like, this is just obviously a design choice. And then nope, that's that the character is blind. It's completely blind.
Yeah, so that caught me off guard right there. I guess I was about to say, if I had to talk about one thing, I guess I didn't like. So this was the training arc, right? But if some part of me just felt like, even though we still didn't do like no training, I don't know, that's weird. But even though that's all it was training.
I'm about to say, I feel like I was like, I need you to go back and watch episodes.
I guess it wasn't training in the sense I was thinking, because it was like, I guess like Tanjiro didn't like learn any new techniques or anything. Like, yeah, he learned how to, I guess, use his body more on a fundamental level, and he did fine tune his sword skills with old boy the Mishashira, but I don't know, man. Like I know, I thought like they was gonna be teaching them more stuff than just, hey, here are some basic stuff that you need. Almost like they was back at the beginning of the training for Demon Slayer Corps again, just a little bit more harsher.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's probably like because we're kind of trained for in an odd way. We're kind of trained to expect like at the end of a training arc for our characters to have like some amazing new shit,
like a new. There you go. Like, what was the thing that we gained from this training? Like, I didn't see any fruits of the labor. I guess we'll theoretically see it, with the marks and all that in the Infinity arc, right? But I don't know, man. I just
yeah, because I was about to say, like, technically, I mean, not to spoil anything. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but like, you'll see the fruits of the training in the next arc. Like, that is 100% kind of what this was a setup to in the first fucking play.
Yeah.
Like I said at the beginning when this came out, I was like, I'm very surprised, or I was like, I'm wondering what they're gonna do, because this was 100% a setup arc. Like, and it wasn't like it was bad, but it was more of like, the things that happened here just kind of laid the groundwork for the end.
Yeah, I guess. So, yeah, essentially, I felt like Sanji was going to be learning and practice something new, but essentially, like, it felt like he was just practicing, like I said, just advanced workout stuff, essentially.
Well, I think but also, like, I think you also have to take into account that, like, Tanjiro has constantly talked about, since he discovered the Hino Kamikagura, right, that, like, it takes a heavy toll on his body. So,
well,
like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He knows how to use his body more effectively now. He's more in tune with it, if you will.
Yeah, because I was about to say, technically, all his new shit is gonna be. He has to prepare to do that, or he would, he only be able to use 2 moves, and then he out. That's
yeah. I guess you could say, his body. Yeah, and I guess, yeah. I guess I'm a little upset that we don't get to see a little bit, of the fruits of the labor from the training arc until the next season. Like you said, sometimes it's a little bit more instant than like this. It's not normally, a layover like this.
Yeah, because was it like who? Oh no. Well, I was about to say, for like instance, Naruto training when he went to train with Jiraiya, we got to see the development of the Rasengan. It just like, it wasn't like Jiraiya explained to him chakra and all this other stuff, and then boom, he pop out.
Hey, go
with this.
Hey, go do this. All right,
exactly. Right, or like Ichigo with not Shikai training, I guess technically, like when he first
technically the Bankai as well. Even though they showed us a little bit of that training as well. And here go my dog barging in here like he pay bills, everybody. But keep talking while I go close this though.
Okay. Yeah. So, but I'll just say, I think the way they decided to animate the ending of everything, especially, was great, and then it was just perfectly lead into the next season when we get there. It is kind of upsetting that we didn't get to see.
Yeah, I know.
Before that,
I know. I feel you already. Like I'm like you already said, and I'm already assuming that we're gonna get to see the fruits of the labor in the this next arc here. It's just like I said, I'm just upset because normally we're not on this cliffhanger.
That's usually like that's usually the cap off, right? It's like, oh shit. And they kind of granted, it was a Tanjiro, but they kind of gave you oh shit moment when fucking Gyome came down of nowhere and Muzan was like, that's not a fucking katana, and he just got decimated.
Yeah, that showed what I was thinking. I was like, okay, well, let's see what he got, because I don't know what I thought it was at first. I thought it was like nunchucks or something, or just a different type of like blade. But no, this man got a scythe, one-handed small little scythe, and the fat ass wrecking ball. I was like, all right, this guy here,
a flail and sickle kind of thing,
flail and chain. I think that's what it's called, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, he was going crazy as well. But yeah, I know I wasn't expecting to see nothing new really from the Hashras, because they're already Hashras, right? We're here to train everybody else. You feel me? I'm trying to see if there's any other highlights of the training art that I really want to touch upon before we get to the finale here of the Infinity Castle scene. I don't think so. Well, how did you feel they did with the adaptation, overall then?
I thought they did really good. So like I was saying, like I felt like they were going to add stuff in this, and they didn't add a lot, but like they did some small touch-ups here and there, and I thought that they did those things very well. Like it added to the story, it didn't subtract anything. So like, because we got to spend more time with characters, I feel like we didn't really get to spend time within the manga. Like, for instance, they brought Tengen back, and he did come back for this arc in the manga, but I felt they dedicated almost like a whole episode, I feel like, to him being around again. And in the manga, it wasn't that like long, or it didn't feel that long, I guess I should say.
Okay.
So that was pretty nice. Tanjiro's training with Muichiro was also very funny, because it was just like, I don't care about but Tanjiro, you're here. It's amazing. that was hilarious. Yeah, but like I thought that was they did a very solid adaptation. Yeah, Demon Slayer has been pretty good about that. I'm very interested to. Well, we'll get to it. I don't want to jump ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, it was great. I think maybe I would have wanted to see a little bit more from Inosuke this train arc, because we really didn't get to see him until the end, where he was already at Gyome, over there suffering during the waterfall training.
Yeah, that was also kind of the same thing in the manga. Like Inosuke was basically at the end.
Yeah, my man Inosuke ain't getting no love this arc. Zenitsu, I guess you could say that would be the same for Zenitsu as well, but Zenitsu got a little bit more time to shine than Inosuke.
Yeah, because he actually has like a plot, like a major plot thing kind of going on, or like a sub, or maybe I'd say sub kind of.
I guess it's a plot device. It's
a
plot line going on.
Yeah, there's something alluded, like he got a letter and he's looked the most serious he has probably ever looked
that he's ever looked in his life. So. That he has ever looked in this series. When the gag character starts looking serious and doing cool stuff, everybody, shit finna start getting real. All right.
Yeah.
Who's finna start getting real. Did y'all saw my boy falling through the sky in slow motion? Well, not slow motion, but in style.
grabbed his sword and was falling upside down, not freaking out at all, not asleep, just locked in.
Locked in. He ready. I don't know who upset my boy, but somebody finna get their ass whooped in this trilogy. Somebody finna get a. It still might be a tough battle, but Zenitsu finna put I can see it now. Zenitsu finna put the pause on somebody. Mm-hmm. They don't know about this guy's speed. You feel me? They don't know about that. And then my boy been training too. Who? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he can do 2 of these things now. You never know.
Maybe. Only time will tell.
You never know. You never know. But yes, the training arc was nice overall. We're going to hell, everybody. All right. Welcome to hell, because yeah, this is how I want to do it. So I love how they set this up, right? So at the beginning of the show, we just have Muzan and Ubiyashi talking to each other, and Ubiyashi goes into this whole spiel about essentially, if you kill me, it's gonna fuel the demon slayers. I'm just a cog in the wheel, essentially. If you like, I mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. But he also talked about how alluding basically the bigger story of, even though I'm going to be gone, the Demon Slayer corpse is still going to exist, right? And then, but basically, Muzan had this all figured out. He was like, I already knew this, right? I already had that all planned out. And like they showed it out through this entire season, right? Of whoever this new demon is that's been following all the Demon Slayer corpse around, with all the little tiny eyes and all that. They've been locating all the Demon Slayer members and all that stuff. He got it all figured out. He said, bet. One fell swoop, all out war in one night. The entire Demon Slayer corpses get dropped into the Infinity Castle. Not just the hospitals. I'm taking out the entire. Let's go. I'm taking out the entire corpse. I'm taking out the entire. It ain't gonna be no more corpse after you go Ubiyashi, because you wanted to go wide. Because this is it. It's the final countdown, baby. This is it. It ain't no more BS going on after this 1,000 years. It's either they gonna win or I'm gonna win. All right.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's exactly how I felt in the manga too. It's like, oh shit, this is the fight. There ain't no more. After this is win or lose.
My boy said, I already planned for your Demon Slayer corpse, Ubiyashi. I already had that all together. They gonna die right along with you. I already had it together. And then that scene, with everybody, just falling, just magnificent. I love that. Then, with the birds being our eye view as they fly through the that was just amazing.
Yeah, no, I said it. Ufotable snapped. Like, goddamn.
That was amazing. That was just amazing.
Like, what a way to end it off.
Yes. I was a little upset because I thought we was at least gonna see like the brief, like, I guess the short matchups for everybody, because I'm assuming everybody fall into an ass whooping, essentially, right?
Basically, that's basically it. Like, I have no qualms to feel like that. That is basically.
I don't know how else to put that. And then also on top of that, I'm just assuming it's only right that it's just demons crawling everywhere in this motherfucking place, right? So not only will they probably have to fight for their life till they even get to the fight, because maybe not even all the houses might not necessarily get dropped right in front of they fights, because it was only. So I thought this was interesting, right? Because we know it's only like 3 upper moons left, but then when we saw the eyes this season, it had 4 on it. So did Muzan put a little trickery and raise some demons up for this final fight? So we got 3 new upper moons as well, including to the last 3 of the original. I don't know. That's gonna be crazy unless this is like the quote unquote like the real upper moon for this entire time that she just been chilling back. I don't know what's going on right now, but I just noticed that as well. So
just know you in for a good time. I won't reveal it too much, but it's about to go down, basically.
Oh yeah, I already know. I was like, this is magnificent writing right here. Just drop the entire corpse in that motherfucker. Let's get it. Just like, because had that been me, it would have been 13 nights in hell, seven Hashira and Tanjiro.
Muzan said we can't take no chances.
And I guess I would have, by default, the Inosuke and Zenitsu would have been included there as well. But
Muzan said we ain't taking no chances.
Yeah,
even the people that can't fight.
Yeah, just go and get
even the people that can't fight, they
don't
gonna get
give
into.
You can't give them no sliver of hope. Just you got to get rid of. Just got to take it all out. You feel me? So before we end it out here, I'm also gonna assume that he did find Nezuko as well. I just they probably just didn't show her unless he didn't find her at the end. Maybe he thought I could just kill everybody first and then go get Nezuko.
There's gonna be a reveal of like what's up with her.
Okay.
During the film, stuff like that, because they did have they had a contingency.
They had a contingency.
Yeah.
I feel you. Okay. Well, all right. So, let's talk about the big news, everybody. The rumors were actually true, and I'm still not sure how I exactly feel about it. I guess I'm mixed opinions.
Same way.
But the final arc of Demon Slayer, well, I guess some people saying there might be one more arc after this, but essentially still the final arc of Demon Slayer, the Infinity Council, is going to be adapted into a trilogy movie. Me personally, like I said, I'm mixed feelings about this because in one stance, like I just like the traditional, seasonal format, and then it's not like we were hurting on animation for Demon Slayer anyways. But then at the same time, like you saw what they did for the Mugen Train movie, so it's like,
So it's interesting because I have like a different opinion about this because I love the final arc of the Infinity Castle arc of Demon Slayer because technically there is, I guess, I don't even know if I would say it's an arc. It's an epilogue because it's like one long chapter that wraps everything up after this arc. But the Infinity Castle arc is amazing. Honestly, I was from the moment Demon Slayer did the Mugen Train movie, I was like, oh, they have to do the finale as a movie. I just didn't know how it was going to happen. Like, I thought they were going to go part way through the Infinity Castle and then I'll be like, oh, movies to end them off. Like the final
one is a movie.
Was going to be a movie. Like, that's what I thought. And then the trilogy thing, the reason I have mixed feelings about this is because part of me is like, how long am I gonna have to wait?
That part, because it's like this is the final arc, but you said this is gonna be a trilogy. So are you gonna make me wait 3 years to see the end of Demon Slayer? Because what's the plan here for this trilogy?
Because to me, this almost feels worse than Attack on Titan's fucking like dragging out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are we about to drag this out essentially with these 3 trilogies? And then also, if we do movies, are we gonna have enough time for them to really fully flesh out everything, in the Infinity arc? And I know it's 3 of them, but still, are they gonna have enough time to do everything, fully flesh everything out in the Infinity arc? Because especially depending on, how long these movies are, right? I was talking to one of our friends. I was like, we need to at least get, in my opinion, 2 hours a movie. If we can't get 2 hours, hour and a half, but damn near we probably got to get like 2 hours a movie, right?
I mean, the Infinity Castle arc is a decently long arc. It's like a couple of volumes together. So they definitely have enough material. My thing is, so like at first I was like, I don't know if we need 3 films because like in my opinion 2 probably would have sufficed. But then I thought about how much Ufotable has
done and added,
inserted, and added, and even like it elevated the action on some scales. And I know these last fights, the last fights in the manga were insane. So I can only imagine what they're about to like do to that. So that's why I was like, okay, I can kind of see why they want 3. But my main concern, it's not like if they're going to be good. It's legitimately just like time wise. What is the release plan for this? Because to drag this out over 3 years, I feel like it's crazy. Like I hope someone comes out and says from like the Demon Slayer team right now that the first movie at least coming out at the end of this year
or
will be nice.
Something, or like January, February next year or something, right? Like,
because
we can't
because I can't lie.
To wait a whole nother year just to get the first part of the movie. Then you got to tell me, okay. But that was like, oh, it's like you said, just like Attack on Titan. It's final season part 1. Then you got to wait another year to get part 2. And then wait, it's the final season, final part, the final arc. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, so like, if we can get these out in a somewhat timely manner, cool. Because I won't lie, I think like if people come out to these films,
2
like,
years
I think
max.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That
2
would be
years
nice.
max.
I don't want a 3 year drawn out thing.
No, 2 years max. Preferably, best case scenario, 1.5 years. But I know, due to the way money circulates, that's not going to work out like that, right? That's not going to work out like that. They're going to want their time.
The animators would die.
They're going to want to, sink in and take in all their money from every single movie. So I know financially they can't just necessarily bust them out back to back like that, right? But yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, no,
man.
it's a tough
2 years.
It's a tough one because it's a tough one. But if people come out to these films, like I think they gonna come out to these films.
I think they are.
And this is about to be a really dope time to be an anime fan. It's gonna be like Avengers Endgame level of shit.
We these past few years we've been slowly heading up into new territory, and with the anime industry, right? And then Demon Slayer was another one of those people, like pioneering the, I guess, a bigger monopoly on the anime and movie industry, right? Because anime movies are being made, but not a lot of them have been hitting the theaters until recently, until these past few years.
Was it Hashira the movie? If I remember,
at least globally, like maybe over in Japan's, right? But globally, though.
Yeah, no, because I was about to say, like, if I remember correctly, the Mugen Train movie did very well worldwide. Like, it was a big thing everywhere for a while. So, and this is the end of the series. So, I mean, I can't 100% fault them on wanting to go movie wise because I see why.
No, I can't fault them because yes, they're gonna make money, but like you said, just don't sit here and waste my time, please. Please.
Yeah. Because like I was like, in a way, I don't want them to rush because I want them to have enough time to cook. But it's damn, like,
of course,
it's hard to. I feel like it's the biggest issue is you started off as like a seasonal show, and
then now you changed us to movie format
for like the everything. It's just like how long? Like, legitimately, I think it's just the wait that is the biggest worry for me. Is like, how long am I going to be dragged out for this Demon Slayer thing? Because at this point, I mean, spoilers are going to be a hard ass thing to dodge. I feel like.
Yeah, I already got hit with one of them. It's okay. It's all right though. But people, everybody, be safe out there. For my anime only friends, the spoilers are live and well right now before the end, for the season finale here. Yeah, everybody is very hyped, and so Demon Slayer is very talked right now.
Yeah, but that's like immediate. Like, think about like if this goes over longer.
Oh yeah,
like the chances of you getting spoiled is even crazier. So like I just the timeline thing. I just hope that they plan this out well. Like I hope this is
like I said, 2 years. If they can pull this off in 2 years, this would be phenomenal.
Phenomenal, yeah. I 100% agree with that.
If they can pull this trilogy off in 2 years, this would be phenomenal. That is best case scenario. But like you said, only time will tell at this point. But that's the end of the Demon Slayer conversation. Everybody, let us know down in the comments what you thought about the Demon Slayer finale. Are you a manga reader as well? Did you, how did you think Ufotable did with the adaptation of Demon Slayer? And then how pumped are you for the trilogy as well? Let's get it going. And I'm gonna kick it off to McMillian here.
Yep. So, like we've been saying before in our past episodes, me and Ace have been going on with this challenge due to our sponsors over at Magic Mind that wanted us to share our experience with the drink with you all. So I believe right now we're on day like 14, if not more so. But it's still going strong. The drink, it does what it advertises. It keeps you focused. It keeps you alert. Because this weekend, what was it? I want to say this weekend, I went over, what was it, a friend's house. We were like celebrating, and it was like
Mhm.
kind of like a late night thing. And I took a Magic Mind earlier that day, but I felt up and alert throughout the whole thing. It was nice experience.
Yeah,
So.
no. I mean, like you said, it's definitely been working. I am a believer. I mentioned this last week. I've definitely been on it. I have gotten the One Piece episode ahead of schedule this week, everybody. Like, that's how much I've been on it. This week I'm on top of things. I do think it definitely works and help keeps me focused here. Definitely might be going ahead and ordering another stash here in a second. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. So if you guys want to get in on like this great feelings, alertness and focus that we feel, you can go ahead and claim the DL yourself at magicmind.com/otaku council, or by going to like magicminds.com and placing an order using our code otaku council 20. You can also get a discount for 20% off of your first time purchase, or if you want to do a subscription, 48% off. So that way, you guys can get, stay, what do I want to say, healthy and up to date and active with this drink, much longer, or like throughout, like I would say, because I would definitely say the more you use it, the more benefits it'll have, instead of like just say the one time use. So thank you again, Magic Mind, for sponsoring the podcast and allowing us to share this deal with our watchers.
All right, everybody. And now it is time for my favorite part of the episode, and hopefully your favorite part of the episode as well. I don't know how many of you guys even get to GLC News. No, that's what I really want to know. Hit me up on our Twitter or something. Let me know how many of y'all out here listening to GLC News. Am I wasting my breath? Oh, should I pick a different favorite part of the episode, everybody? It's GLC News, your weekly source for your favorite anime news. Let's get into it.
That's hilarious.
All right, everybody. Once again, so to start us off with news for this week, everybody, we're going to be talking about some more new movie news, actually. Blue Lock episode 9 movie has released this past weekend in the US, and it has made over 1.4 million over this past weekend. Not too crazy, but it's off to a good start though.
Yeah, no, very impressive start. I think especially like when you're dealing with things like Inside Out 2, which is apparently, I think, just broke a record for like,
not that bad. I actually went and saw Inside Out 2 with my wife. It was pretty decent.
Okay.
It was pretty decent.
And I'm surprised you did, but you didn't know. Oh, well, then again, you're in the countryside, so that probably makes sense why episode Nagi might have. I'm just saying. I don't know what theater you went to or whatnot. I just do know, in certain areas you might not get anime films.
I might not have the privilege. I feel you. Yeah, I'm not sure. That might be why, but it wasn't this weekend. It was like 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just saying this is pretty impressive. I think, especially dealing with what's currently in theaters.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. No, 100%.
I definitely have to. We'll take a chance to go watch it, because I was interested in going to see it.
Okay.
But
all right.
Next up for news, the live action One Piece series has this announced that they're beginning production on season 2, and they have also announced a couple of more people
for the cast.
In the cast.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you're following Netflix on Twitter, you've probably been seeing those announcements. But the next season of the live action should be coming around probably next year, if anything. If they're starting now.
Yeah, if they start production now, we'll probably see it sometime like beginning of next year, something like that, maybe, right? They're starting production
probably middle, if any, middle in. So
yeah, we still don't have any word of how they're gonna do Chopper though, but they did reveal, characters like Wapple and Dalton. So we do know they are gonna do Drum Island. Probably dedicate like an episode or something to it. But once again, we still don't know, how they're gonna do Chopper. Are we gonna get a man in a suit, or are we gonna get a CGI type situation going on?
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how they decide to do it. Oh boy.
But we'll see. But all right, so the Kaiju number 8 spin-off manga B-side is going to be ending here on July the 12th, everybody. Also for recent news for Kaiju number 8, a game also got announced for Kaiju number 8. You know, a lot of Kaiju number 8 news going around here recently. The series popping off. The anime has been popping off.
Yeah, no, it's been great. It's been great. As a person who's read it and seen this episode, it's been great. But in another sense of gaming news, Bleach, for all the Bleach fan, we are getting another Bleach game that is going to be launching on Xbox, but we have no date for it. But the title of it is Bleach Brave Souls. It's first going to start launch on the Xbox console and then slowly make its way to other places, to the other consoles. So be on the lookout for that if you're interested in a new Bleach game coming out.
Yep. And at the time of this recording, tomorrow there's going to be a special announcement for the Tokyo Ghoul 10th anniversary of the anime. Everybody, I'm assuming everybody's really hoping for a remake, right? Like a what do we call it? A full Metal Alchemist, a la version of Tokyo Ghoul. There you go, a Tokyo Ghoul Brotherhood, if you will. But that's what everybody's hoping for. Me personally, I don't think we're gonna get all that. And unfortunately, the way these like little anniversary announcements been going is just like, hey, look at our special little promo, or hey, we're gonna do like a special little episode for the 10th anniversary or something, or hey,
a special Blu-ray,
our special Blu-ray, or our special live events or something that we're gonna be pop-up stores or something. Unfortunately, it ain't been stuff that we want. But besides, I guess the One Piece stuff, because the One Piece remake was kind of announced around the same time during the 25-year anniversary stuff that was going on, but I digress.
Yeah, so I mean, fingers crossed, because if we get I've already said it, but if we get a faithful adaptation of Tokyo Ghoul, I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. So fingers crossed.
McMillian gonna be the main one everywhere praising Tokyo Ghoul. Everybody,
that's one of my favorite mangas. I can't believe it. All right, but that's it for general news. Moving on to some new series. Recently, Studio Period announced that they're making a new Magical Girl TV anime. And partnered with Bandai Filmworks. It was revealed on Saturday that they're going to be producing a yet unnamed Magical Girl series. So if you're what's crazy though, even though it has no name, Period made a Twitter account and a website for this new franchise. So whatever it is, they're really excited about it.
they ready. Like, they locked in. Whatever it is, the animators in the studio are locked in.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of Studio Period or a fan of Magical Girl anime, there's a franchise. They're cooking something up.
Them boys ready over there.
Be on the lookout.
All right, and then rapid fire here, everybody, for some new season announcements that we got. Of course, we all expected these, right? We got Mushoku Tensei season 3 that was announced. We got Go-Go Loser Ranger season 2 that was announced, and we got the new boy on the block, Kaiju number 8 season 2 that was announced as well, everybody. So
yep.
I'm excited for all of these new seasons, for all of these animes that got announced, everybody, but especially Kaiju number 8. I'm definitely excited for what comes next, because this has been a different experience. Like, I didn't think they were gonna do the whole giant monsters type beat well, but like, they're pulling this off. They're pulling this off.
Some of us always knew, because we had the source material, but
well, yes, just because the source material is good don't mean that true. Unfortunately, the anime doesn't always.
I was just talking about Tokyo Ghoul. If you scroll back just a couple of seconds ago.
Every time, we're not always blessed with a great adaptation, but from what I've been hearing, though, besides like some just like the regular character designs, the margaritas have been happy with the adaptation overall.
Yeah, like I said, if they start, because again, sometimes the character designs look a little fugly, but they have if that's what the sacrifice was to get this kaiju action,
to make the action look crisp and, like you say, get actually good kaiju. Like, this ain't some CG mess that we got going on for the kaiju. These are big hand-drawn creatures, and these guys, and this shit looks great.
Yeah, I was about to say it's been great. Even like
I
the
think
small
maybe-
times they had used CG.
I'm about to say
would
maybe the
say
only
it's still
time they
good.
used CG was for like that one that had like all those little ones coming out of it, right?
Yeah,
I
the,
think they used a little
spores.
bit of CG one for that, but even
Yeah.
then, that still looked good. That still used great. Like this is like great use of CGI when they are using it.
Yes, I would concur. Definitely. So yeah, be on the lookout for those season 2s. Moving
And
on
season
though.
3.
And season. Oh, that's right. Mushoku got season 3.
But everybody, moving on here, we're gonna, before we head on to our last section, we're gonna be giving out this week's weekly recommendation. And once I told McMillian this, everybody, I think we gave this one out before, but who gives a fuck anyways? We're gonna give it out again. Take it away, McMillian.
Yeah, because it's just a good. So a classic, another anime. A lot of people want to get a remake. This is I'm recommending Soul Eater. I probably already did it before, but like we said, fuck it, it's really good. I don't reason it was on top of my mind because recently a lot of people have been bringing back up like the dub and like edits or YouTube videos, stuff like that.
And Fire Force season 3.
And Fire Force season 3, which I hope comes because I don't know what the fuck is happening.
I don't know. I'm starting to get worried because this announcement was like 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah. But for those who, if you have watched Fire Force or if you've never heard of this series, please do check it out. It is by the same creator of Fire Force. Basically, it is about well, I was saying, for a second I was going to read off the synopsis that the thing gave me for Maka, but basically, Soul Eater takes place in a world where witches and these type of demons exist, and to hunt these demons, there are these special people called Meisters and weapons. And basically, Meisters are people who are able to control other humans who can turn into weapons and use them to hunt down the demons as well as the witches. It is as wild as it sounds, but if you've watched Fire Force, and you now know this is from the same creator, you could probably guess that it's extremely wild, but really well made. Tells a very interesting story, has extremely great characters. As it's fully subbed and dubbed in multiple languages. It has one season and it's like 51 episodes. Like I said, unfortunately, it does go the route of at some point abandoning the source material and choosing to do its own thing. And it's not what I want to say. You'll probably be dissatisfied with the ending. I will probably say it's very good all the way up till that point. But I will say, like I said, if you're check out the manga. It's also really good, and right now it's being published in special volumes called Perfect Edition, so you can even collect it a little bit, better
dope.
than
dope.
the way it is.
Okay.
So
yeah, that finale for Soul Eater left a sour taste in my mouth. I don't know why they, even if we did decide to go the route, of not following the source material for whatever reason, they couldn't come up with nothing better than that. Like, don't get me started. Don't get me started again, Jay. But it's okay though. Everybody, once again, this week's weekly recommendation: Soul Eater.
Mm-hmm. All right,
and now, oh, there you go. No, you can lead us. You can lead us on there. Here, go ahead, lead us on there.
Here we are to talk about the end of Mushoku Tensei season 2. This was, like I said, I was very interested to see how they were gonna wrap it all up, and I still don't. I don't know. It didn't feel this. You could almost like if someone told me this was the end of the series, I'd be like, interesting. But I would also believe them because it felt like the way it resolved itself didn't feel like it had any other conflicts after. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like it didn't.
I guess in the way you can kind of say like it did have that kind of feeling to it. Yeah,
because I was like,
I'm with you there.
Yeah, I was very interested to see because I'm just like, I don't what am I getting into next season? Like I'm very much so at the end of this. So I was like,
I think that was my only gripe with the finale. It's just that it didn't give me nothing to look forward to for the next season, right? I guess other than just untapped potential, legit just untapped potential and whatever.
And I know that
Rudy's gonna grow with his family right here.
Yeah, I was about to say that's probably the only thing I know that's going to happen next season. They got a kid. That kid is obviously going to grow up and do stuff. How fast? I do not know. But at least next season, I know
like we could be skipping 5 years or something with this next season. We have no idea.
Exactly.
We have no idea.
No idea, none at all. But I do know that the Grey Rat family is bigger, and that was it his mom may be getting better slowly because she had a little
Maybe
moment.
she did have a little moment there. But I would say overall things went a lot smoother than I was anticipating. At least,
yeah.
Norn did blow up like I thought she was gonna blow up. So I love that. Get everybody right, Norn. I don't know we don't know what the hell everybody's in here thinking, right? Get everybody right, Norn. But Sylphie took it a little bit more well than I thought, even to the point where she mentioned about, how she was basically like, yeah, I was expecting this to happen one day, sooner or later. I was just waiting for the day to happen. And, lo and behold, here we are.
I was in my head, I was like, I don't know if this is lazy or good writing. And like, I was like, I don't like Sylphie doesn't seem like, I was like, Sylphie doesn't seem like the type of person, I guess, that would like throw a fit if Rudy had another wife. But also at the same time, it's like, I mean, we barely get to spend time with Sylphie. So, like, am I saying that because it's true or because I don't
because
know
we don't know because we really don't know much about her. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I thought it was like, okay. I mean, like I said, it could have went one way or the other, but I guess being a fan of the show, you knew which route it was going, right? Because even Paul was alluding to, like, hey, before he died, hey, you can have two wives, and Annalise was the one who brought it up to Rudy because unfortunately, Paul met his end. You just kind of figured it was at least gonna go. Maybe if it wasn't gonna go too well, at the end result was still gonna be Rudy end up having two wives, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just didn't expect it to go this smooth though.
Yeah, no, that was something. What I will say that I really appreciated for like the end of the season was they gave Paul's death like the weight I thought it was gonna get, like the weight it deserved, I guess, within this episode. Like, because as you said, Norn flipped out like we thought was gonna happen, but I really liked was them. Again, I have so many conflicting feelings about Aisha, but I like the fact that Norn was like, "Hey, Aisha, that was your dad too. You don't gotta act like this just because we like." You're trying to be an adult, made weird, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you can also cry, and then they allowed her to like for that to happen.
Have her moment as well. Yeah,
yeah, which I thought was great because I have so many mixed feelings about Aisha. I mean, I'm just like, I don't know.
My boy said you got so much potential in you, and you just want to sit here and cater to this guy. This guy.
It's more just the fact that like I've never seen a child be like, yeah, I want to be a man.
I feel 100%. I mean, it's a fantasy world,
It is a fantasy world, but this is what?
No, I feel you. It's definitely not normal and the first time for everything. Because I'm trying to see if there's anything similar I can recall this to. When now that you mentioned it, I'm just trying to see if I can brainstorm something here. I'll be brainstorming that while we going on here, but probably not though. Like, that's how rare this type of situation is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just but I do like that aspect of the episode. Like, even at the end with Rudy sitting at like the grave for Paul and like having a drink, like that was like I said,
nice.
it wrapped that part of the story up nicely.
Yeah, so. And then I guess the overall theme that the man guy was trying to get to Rudy about regrets was kind of like, I think he alluded to it, like you say, in that same scene where he was talking to his dad, right? Or about like if he had died, he would have had regrets, right? Instead of, but Paul, unfortunately, made his end, but Paul allowed him to meet his, still come back to his family, meet his daughter, raise his daughter and all that. He don't, at least for right now, he can still live his lifestyle. Hopefully, one day when he does die, he doesn't have any regrets.
Great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like he learned a lesson from losing his dad, like his father. Because like one thing I was like, when I did also like about the episode was when Rudy got back, he realized he was like, I have suffered. It sucked, but the man got warned about anything. Like, exactly.
We was talking about last episode. It was like, this may not be the end of everything, right? We just we don't know yet. But yeah, that's why I was just saying. I think the regrets theme or whatever, or the lesson was, you're gonna have regrets if you die. Essentially, you're gonna have loose ends still.
Yeah.
But now, I guess looking ahead to season 3, I don't even like. I don't even. I don't even know where we're going from here, right? Like, if I had to guess, like the only lead that we got right now is something else dealing with the main guy, whatever else he's gonna pop up with next, right? And maybe something dealing with Dragon God Orsted, because he's like one of the only other characters that we got like hints to this throughout this season. So maybe something with him, what happened with him. I definitely think we're definitely tied to Dragon God Orsted. We're gonna have to see him again before this series is over with. But is that gonna be next season though?
Yeah, that's the question. Same thing with like what? Why am I forgetting her name? His cousin. We saw her at the end of this episode. Fuck.
Elsie, not Elsie. Eileen, the redheaded girl, right?
The redheaded girl. Yeah, I just forget her name. I don't think it's Eileen or Elsie, but Ghislaine trained her. I'm blanking.
Aaron,
but
Eris.
There we go. There you go. I'm assuming there's gonna be something with her.
As well. I forgot about Eris. Yeah, I guess Eris could come back next season, huh?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying because they showed her off at the end.
Yeah,
and they also showed what Rugier
and the
Demon
King was doing.
Whatever. I was like, well, I don't know what the fuck going on over there.
Last time we checked, he was chilling at the school. So if he going off of Rugier, are they going off to do something important, or or is he just like accompanied with him on his travels for some shits and giggles essentially?
Yeah. I mean, with a series like Mushoku and it being like such like a heavy fantasy type thing, almost legitimately anything could, I guess, happen. But like, there's so many loose ends, or not loose ends, but there's so many like unanswered questions.
Maybe something having to deal with trying to help his mother out. Maybe he finds a lead like, hey, there's this potion or this item or something that can help your mother, but it's in this dangerous territory or something. I don't know. That might be something we can go off of, right? Because we know Rudy's one of the whole big, what I would say, growth for Rudy. This themes of growth for Rudy this season was family, right? So maybe that carries on into next season, and it has something to deal with his family still. AKA his mother. We this season was about saving her, right? But now next season is about maybe, or part of it, like getting her back to normal.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt that. I'm assuming the main guy is also probably gonna pop up somewhere in season 3 because
of course, yeah. Because he's why not? No, he's basically like our guide for the show in a sense,
our quest giver, if you will. In a way.
Basically, our quest giver in a sense. All right, Rudy, it's time for Act 3. What? Yeah, we're almost to the climax. You got to get rid. But this one right here, this is really gonna whip you into shape, Rudy. This act right here, you got to get ready, Rudy. This act don't play. This is some real stuff in this act right here, Rudy. And you're like, man, God, what the hell are you talking about?
What are we doing?
Oh yeah, but definitely, I would love to get exposed to more of the other people who hold title of gods and their other, their respective arts, if you will, right? Because we've heard mentions about the sword god, we've seen the dragon god, but I think that's about it. And I think we've seen one other god, but I can't remember.
We've seen their symbols. I don't think
the one that was like in that kingdom in the sky.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he was. I forget his name or what he was the god of.
Yeah.
Because I was just about to say, I don't think we've seen a mage god or a god class mage, because like the highest class we've seen is king class
so far, and that was Roxy.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that definitely is something I would definitely like to see.
All right. Well, anything I get. No, yeah, it's time. Let's go ahead and rate this season, everybody. It has been a while. We got 2 cores for this, 24 episodes. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in my opinion, it is nothing less than an 8 out of 10. I'm trying to talk myself up to a 9 out of 10, but definitely season 2 has been phenomenal. 8 out of 10. Like the growth that Rudy has been on this season from beginning to end has been amazing. I think where I take points off it is just for the beginning of the season, but like the whole school arc, it didn't really feel like Rudy interacted with the magic school. Like it felt like, our mission was to get to this magic school and everything will be all right, which is it's still technically worked out like that, right? But Rudy, it felt like Rudy never interacted with the magic school to essentially resolve his problem. It was just more of the right people just so happen to be at this school as well, and right, and so then one thing leads to another.
Yeah, it was definitely more like connection wise than actually like magical study. Like we didn't really even get that until I would probably say the second half when him and Nanahoshi were doing the whole thing with like teleportation circles, right? That was like the most I feel like studious I've seen him, and he's been at the school for at least 2 years?
Yeah, he immediately gets to the school. Oh, there's nothing we can teach you. You'll just be a special student. You can pop in and out any class anytime you want. Well, okay, I guess. Don't see this man pop into any class anytime he wants, but the one time to get to fight some kids for his sister.
Basically. Yeah, so and I also my basically thing is 8 as well. I'm not
except for those few times in homeroom. I think that was his homeroom, right? With all the other students, right? He went to home.
Yeah, but they weren't really teaching shit in there. Yeah, it was like I said, like it was connections. But I probably also give the season overall like an 8. It was very well done. Like I said, like Ace had already said, Rudy faced like a lot of growth personally, and things of that nature. But like the beginning half of the season 2. And so when we got to the school was kind of like, it was just kind of like do whatever until you meet these certain people, which I think that's person by person, case by case, like on how much they enjoyed that. For me, I wasn't that in us. I guess we weren't that big of fans of it because it kind of felt aimless, but it unfolded in a natural way that made that like improved upon itself. But it would have been interesting to see Rudy do something more than I guess look up why he's impotent and how magic can help with that. That was just again weird thing, weird choice of storytelling, the plot device. But hey, I mean, if it works, it works.
If it works, it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I guess. I mean, we watched the whole season, so it got it. It did something.
Yeah, it did do something. Yeah, it did. My boy. I don't know. I guess it is debatable. Some people could say, in a sense, you could say Rudy didn't learn nothing, right? He ended off the season with 2 wives, but at the same time, he learned to really value family this season as well. So I don't know.
I would agree with that.
Hold that. I would agree that
I would agree he learned to value family because like that was like one of the major. Those are him, Norn, and the thing that happens with his dad and his mom. I think made it like that. And 2, like even Rudy pointed out like how he took Paul for granted, or his relationship with Paul and Zenith for granted when he was in the labyrinth, because he was just like, these are just the people that birthed me, because technically like I already had a life. But then when Paul died, he was like, fuck my dad.
He was like, oh, wait a minute. I cared about you more than I thought.
Yeah. So I definitely think like this season in the whole and like in its entirety was like a focus of relationships and like connection, but like later half wise, definitely more so on family than anything.
Family.
You will see Rudy now in Fast 12 or whatever. You catch him in Fast and Furious.
Yeah, that was the main central theme this season, right? Family, and then his family got expanded in more than one way this season as well.
More than the way we thought it was going to happen, but hey.
His daughter has his eyes. Well, no, Sylphie's eyes, but his hair. So I thought that was kind of cool. And there might be more kids on the way as well. This man got 2 wives now, so there might be more kids on the way in the future.
I wouldn't doubt it. I would not die. Cut to Jay on Twitter tomorrow, getting spoiled of all of Rudy's children, and be like, "Well, that's great."
Yeah, I think the most anticipated thing for me is, are we gonna be skipping any time between this season and next season? Like, how was this? Like you said, how was the time for the rest of the rest of this year's is gonna go here?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Because this definitely feels like a place where someone would insert a time skip or something. If not that, it maybe a character perspective change. Because, like I said,
Or
Rudy
that would be kind of cool.
Rudy right now has, like, in my opinion, the only conflict he has is raising his family.
Yeah,
At
the moment,
at the moment, which I'm not gonna say that wouldn't be an interesting aspect of the story, and depending on how they do it. But I would assume that they would want that the author or whatever would probably want to do something like, instead of just having Rudy raise a kid, because even this season, like, even though it was very much, like I said, relationship focused, it started off with a lot of turmoil, like tumultuous
depression.
stuff. Like
started off with depression.
I mean, the backdrop of this season, besides the weird shit at the beginning, was your mom is your dad and people are having trouble finding your mom.
Yeah.
From the man disaster. We still don't know where the fuck she at. So like that was a central theme throughout, even though like he wasn't really actively pursuing it, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like next season, there's at least by how this ended, there's not one of those. So I would imagine that either A, time skip, and then we find out, oh, there's a new conflict, or B, we switch over to like Eris or something, where where we find out what she's been doing because she left Rudy to get stronger. So I'm assuming there's a whole thing. You know what?
That would be the perfect type of situation to pull Rudy back out into the field, right? Something happens to Eris, or Eris needs help, Rudy's help on something, like, she comes back, hey, Rudy, I need, your help with this or something, or, hey, Rudy, Ghislaine comes up, fucking Eris got kidnapped by the motherfuckers down the street, right? We gotta go.
That would be wild.
We gotta go save.
Considering Eris left to become better, a better fighter, she got kidnapped by niggas.
Kidnapped anyway. She goes on a training arc, but the training arc was so unsuccessful, she still end up getting kidnapped.
That'd be fucking crazy. That would be fucking insane. I hope that's not what it is, but that would be hilarious.
This overpowered Eris y'all thought y'all was getting? No. she's a damsel in distress right now.
I ain't never seen it. Oh my. This trainer arc ended with her being worse? That's wild.
She's a damsel in distress right now. No, I don't think that's how it happened though. I would imagine maybe Eris, if it is something deal with Eris, that maybe she comes back asking for Rudy's help, like, hey, we got into, me and Ghislaine may have gotten into some, some stuff while we was out.
Yeah, and then he got to deal.
We need your help.
And then he got to deal with that trauma.
Yeah. And I'm coming to help, and I bring you in and come help cash this help cash this check. All right. So, we family, right? You said it was family. All right, bet, cool. So
again, the last thing that happened between those two characters, I don't think she would have said we family. Oh God.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about that.
Yep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to remind you.
But that's what kind of started us on our whole journey for season 2 to begin with. I almost forgot all about that. You're right. It is that whole.
That's why I say, I was like, if Eris come back, hey, you got to deal with his trauma again. But
yeah, that's okay. There we go. Okay, yeah. There we go. Past trauma. That's another conflict point coming back. There we go. Now we starting to cook. There we go. we cooking with grease now. Okay, I can see it now. I can envision it.
I can envision it. All right, but yeah, only time will tell, I guess. But with all that, that's all we have for you all today. So I'm gonna go ahead and take us on out of here. Unless you had some, I didn't mean to cut you off. I did.
No, I think we really touched up on everything. Like I said, the big thing for the season: family. Everybody. Nothing greater than family.
Yep. So, all right, guys. So with all that, I'm gonna go ahead and take us on out of here. So appreciate you always for watching / listen. Please let us know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments. For those watching on YouTube, along with comments, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Really helps us out. And if you're listening to us on the audio platforms, consider following as well as leaving a review on whatever platform you're on. Helps us grow. If you want to stay up to date on all things about the council, follow us on our social media. That is at Gurren Otakus on Twitter and at Gurren Otaku Council everywhere else. This is technically, I guess, the end of the spring season, right? Like we're for the most part. Like I feel like everything. I feel like
For the most part, this is the end of the
everything's kinda
spring
hit-
season. This is that little weird interlude period that
So-
we're in now.
So me and Ace will probably get together, figure out what our what featured anime for summer will be. But in the meantime, we'll probably be giving you guys like reviews on stuff that passed, such as Undead. We're supposed to have been done Undead Unluck, so
It's
that'll be
coming up. It's coming up. The Undead Unluck review is coming up.
That'll be coming up, and then we'll probably also touch on Delicious in Dungeon, since that was also like another popular series that people were talking about. So
and then depending
be on the
on
lookout for that.
how it goes, I wouldn't even mind touching up on what we were talking about. We just mentioned it in news. Go Loser Ranger as well. And then I guess
definitely.
at one point we do gotta touch up on the phenom of that was Kaiju no Bay. We got a lot of stuff that we got to talk about, guys.
Yeah.
So maybe we have to do maybe like a spring roundup or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out though.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So, but regardless, all that to say, you will definitely see us in the summer. Enjoy the summer season as it's about to come out. And lastly, before we sign off, I forgot to mention it technically in Council House, but next week, we will be taking a bye week. Family stuff. So, but the following week, you'll get a regular episode. I believe Ace should still be releasing a One Piece one next week, though. So.
If God forbid, yes, we'll still be doing One Piece. So yes, if everything works out correctly, yes, we still should be doing One Piece 11/11 next week, everybody. So but yeah, as McMillian just said, we'll be doing a bye week for the weekly regular episodes. But yeah, One Piece still should be here though. So
yeah. So just so people are aware, I forgot to mention that in news. So I figured I'd do the outro. But regardless, thanks you everyone for watching again. But this is Gurren Otaku Council saying meeting adjourned. Peace out, everybody.